Good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to another session of Living World of Darkness, New York by Night's Camarilla venue. Tonight, we're in Coal Cellar once again, and Tobias Budge is coming to visit Limey, who says he will meet him downstairs. So, without too much pretense or further ado, we shall start the scene. You're in northeast Harlem on just off Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, and it's quite a nice part of Harlem actually. But the club's in almost like quite like a side street, and it's really nondescript. Red neon lettering above the door, the Coal Cellar, kind of a reinforced front with a bouncer on the door. A couple of people hanging around. You notice some sort of undesirable types, but it's mostly just jazz cats. But you walk inside past the entrance, and you're in a dimly lit hallway with a set of stairs going down, coming from which you can hear avant-garde jazz.
The Tobias will walk with his cane. He is in suit. When they search him, tap him, gap him, they will not find anything. Like he has a lighter and car keys and stuff. Cool. Only like if they allow his cane, he will leave the cane, or if they not like if they allow him to go with cane, he will go with cane.
It's cool. You can keep the cane.
Okay, thank you. He comes with the cane, and when the door is open, when he sees Limey, you see that he nods and comes in. Doesn't say anything until Limey says something.
You see Limey, sat at the end of the bar. You got the bar along the left-hand side. You got to walk down just sort of 2 or 3 steps to get to that level. The bar's along the left-hand side. It's quite a big room. It's like a basement cellar. Mm-hmm. At the far end, you see a small stage area where there's a small jazz band playing avant-garde. There's like a dance floor, but it's not really a dance floor. There's tables in front of it, and then there's booths along the side. Limey sort of sees you and waves. I just raised a hand.
You see blush of melt, friendly face, appears Tobias Budge comes near you, and again he nods and doesn't say any word until you motion him to talk or say anything.
Evening, Tobias.
Oh, good evening. Good evening. He looks around, makes sure that nobody will hear him.
Yeah, I was thinking we could take this into the lounge area. He gets up and he says, "Would you like a drink?"
No, thank you.
Cigar?
That would be nice.
He sort of taps on the bar. Barmaid comes over and he sort of says to her, "A box of cigars, please." Then she pulls out a box of Monte Cristo Petit Mundos. It's a short little cigar, but very fragrant.
He takes one. When they point at him, he takes one, and you see that he, from his, let's just say left pocket, he takes a Zippo. It has A.D on it, and he lights a cigarette. And also, if you are holding a cigarette, he just motions to you if I can light it as well. If you're going to smoke a cigarette, he would like to light yours as well. Like he's keeping the lighter.
He pulls out a box of matches and he says, "Thanks, but the petrol taints the cigar." He puffs it. He sort of gives you like a wry smile. He's saying it with his tongue in his cheek. But he says, "Yeah, follow me." And he leads you down into across the little sort of floor that's set up in front of the stage, to the right, where there's quite a heavy-looking door. He walks inside, and there's a sort of medium to small-sized room. There's sort of a medium to small-sized room, and it's low, dim lighting, like blue lighting, but it looks like it changes. around which there's a few leather couches and a private bar area and some some chairs and stuff dotted around tables, still quite comfortable. But he motions you to a leather settee, next to which there is a small coffee table and another settee facing it. Smooth jazz plays in the background.
The Tobias breaks the silence by saying, "I would like to congratulate you for what you have done for our dear city yesterday. I have seen you have taken the Circus Nux people to under custody."
Yeah. Roll of perception empathy.
Hey, I'm not really good at it, but I have one success.
Right, I'm oh, one success. I'm gonna roll a subterfuge.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
like, sorry, it's just a roll I need to make. He doesn't seem happy about it. He doesn't seem sad about it either. Like, maybe this is a sort of a business deal for him. He's not really, but he said, well, thanks. Sheriff told me to do it, so I did it, I guess.
If I am allowed, I would like to know that I was there when you find the ripples. It is just my curiosity that if we find out anything about who spied them, it's not just for business. I would like to know that if there is a threat to our city.
There is a threat to our city, a very genuine one.
Oh.
If you can dig it.
Well, if the sheriff agrees, I would like to serve to him.
You would like to what?
Serve to him in a way that he would be necessary.
What are your contacts like? Who do you know on the street?
Pardon?
What are your contacts like, my friend? Who do you know on the street?
Well, I know the high society. I know some people from the underground. I have some old friends from the street as well.
Okay, right. Mostly right now it's an influence game, except in a short while. Look, I can't tell you too many details. All I can tell you right now is that there's a very dangerous person in the city. And I'm handling it. The red pills, they contained the blood of a low generation vampire, or kindred rather. So it turns out there's some hep cat in the city pushing this stuff. He's messing with the drug trade and he's putting the kind on edge with his blood, making it addictive. And it's some pretty righteous stuff. Alongside mild heavy euphoric effects, it can also generate feelings of anger.
The reason I have wanted to talk is mainly business, and the second thing is about our society. Which one that you would like to, talk first?
Business first. Mr. Budge. Business first.
When we said that in the rave that I have seen you as the alpha of the streets. He looks at the bar and like you are working quite good, and I believe the ghost is also helping. I talked with Ghost, and she said that she would be happy to help me, and we are thinking of starting a coterie.
You and Ghost were thinking of starting a coterie?
Yes, the goal of the coterie will be that I have learned that I have a talent in entertaining people, be having quite a funny time with them at high society. And The streets, underground, and the high society is linked towards each other. High quality parties, high demands, high quality, entertainment, which comes from the drugs. The streets is the uh, place that you sell those things, and the underground is where that you take them. It's all linked, and I believe when the our dear prince and our dear city will be happy if we have a way controlling three of those the influences by you know the kindreds in our city, and yes, it will be helpful to our city. That's was the thing that I was seeing in the rave.
You're saying that it would be helpful for the city to to form a coterie based around the street. Am I hearing you right?
The It's not just based around street. It's again the base on street, high society, and underground. The I know that you are like you have your influences. As we have met from the first day, you said that you told me that I should stay away from the Harlem to Isabella Hale.
What? Yeah, you did.
I was never interested in sticking my nose to others' business. Please don't misunderstand me. It's just again when I came to the city, I studied, learned from Lady Sheridan, the and the Frank Green. The Victor is trying to help me teaching stuffs as well. He will come near you about the things that we traded, and I am trying to understand the city, how a city can be ruled better with a Camarilla system, and it's based on influences as much as I understand.
It most certainly is. I mean, that for me is how I prefer to roll. Rather than going out and doing it all myself, I like to be able to snap my fingers and make it happen 10, 15, 100 miles away. However, these nights have called for slightly more active work. That doesn't mean that I don't control my portion of the city.
Yeah, I do. The the thing that I was saying is you are you have your connections in the underworld in the street. Ghost is a charismatic figure, and I know the high society, and I understand from money the how to earn it. So if we three being in a coterie, by the way, OOC, I don't know that you have a coterie, so that's why I'm saying this.
Yeah.
And put works all together, we can earn a lot of money for the city.
And that's all fine and groovy, but I'm already in a coterie, Mr. Budge. With a few other, shall we say, key figures of the city.
Oh, I did not know that. I am really sorry.
Don't be. I wish I could join a coterie that was purely based on personal gain, but right now I'm involved in a couple of political games, and leaving this coterie would be unwise. Yeah. However, I would advise that you build your influences, carve out a place for yourself in this city. Nobody's focusing on the influence game, and it makes the rest of us who do, it makes our lives difficult. You and Ghost, I'd say, look into this endeavour. And we'll chat, of course, if you ever need any help, Mr. Budge. Just come to me and we can always work out a deal.
Oh yes. To clear the misunderstandings between you and me happened in the past. When I started having a coterie with the Celia Rossi and Isabella Hale, I did not order them to do anything, or I did not ask them to help me freely. It was my idea to, if we go after this, it will benefit us all, and I believe the Celio agreed upon it. He and the gangrel said he would be helpful, and the Isabella Hale just said I will go with them whenever they go. I did not. I know that there are boon system in our society which makes us which keeps economy flow.
Unfortunately, it's sort of stagnant lately.
When it comes to the part that things about our society is the I am seen as a Ventru fledgling. I have been taken by the Ventru, as I know that my place will be secure as long as I am helping to the city. As long as I become selfish, I will be thrown out of the city. I am actually aware of that, and for this reason, I would like to serve to our share. But I am not after any status or something like that. I am not after a status called Hound. I am just saying that if I am needed, I will be there to aid sheriff in any way I can.
And that sentiment is very much appreciated. Should I need a man of your talents, I will be in touch. I don't think there's anything I can put you on now. Should we say, business lubricant?
For maybe telling more about what can I do is, I am not just a man who tries to do business with. As we have speak before, I am from outsider clan who is trying to be inside of the Camarilla, which is not rarely seen, but as I've said, I'm trying. And in that day that the man and woman that we speak together, I do hope that you do remember them, my dear sheriff. After the rave, we speak with one male and one female.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, if the male decided to attack you, for his own foolishness, I would have blinded him. It's not like I will stroke his, eyes out. It's not like that. I will close his eyes with my powers, so he would able to have hard time attacking you. I can be supporter for the fights or the being sneaky, or being creating illusions for making making our efforts go smoothly.
I can dig that. I've got a couple of ventures coming up where I might need some backup. What say we bring you in as sort of a man on hand, I suppose. It's always good to have some backup.
He nods.
Now, where were you thinking about setting up shop? I stress that you should probably work to try and increase influence in this city. So you have it in high society. What sort of high society are you mixing with?
I'm joining to the problem with the high society. Like, there are places that they belong to most, but they like to travel a lot. It's a sign of being rich, and which is makes me have more time. Which makes me have more hard time to keep them under my wings. But well, I am trying, and I am trying to find a place for getting them under my wings. But I am not sure about a certain place yet.
All right, here's what I'm going to suggest to you. Work your way into a few functions. Put yourself in places where rich people will meet. The church, lower east side maybe? I don't know, right? I don't know. Rich people meet in certain places, so you talk in particular events uh, charity fundraisers, bar openings, club openings, right?
Yes.
All you need to do is get your name on that list. Do you have enough influence within high society to find out about these events and get tickets?
Oh yes, of course. I already joined a fundraiser this month.
Exactly. Right. What you want to do is get yourself into a position where you can start hosting those things. With your sort of money behind you, that's something you can do. Right. Do you dig what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
No, please continue. I'm sorry.
they sell high society self-perpetuates. All you need to do is go to socials and mixers and fundraisers and openings. It's a vapid industry for vapid people. You think all you need to do is worm your way in with crowds of them, and then you find out dirt on them, and then you make them think you're their friend who'll help them in times of need. Always with a price point. High society, all you've got to do is burrow deep enough to find their dirty little secrets. And they need to be the social dilettantes, the creme de la creme, the rich people.
I understand.
I would suggest finding a list of the 10 wealthiest families in New York, find out their social status, and develop profiles on them, work your way up the list. And you can have that advice for free.
Thank you again. I believe I have said everything I have in my mind, except the ghost. She is not really happy about what happened yesterday, and uh, she would like to talk to you about.
I realise this. I'll be seeing her within a couple of hours.
I'm trying to persuade her to having rational actions, like the. I'm just going to tell you what did I told her. If you were at the same time, would Mort do it for you?
What do you mean?
The What do you think about the Mordecai person, my sheriff?
Roll fake dice.
Okay.
In that case, I need to make a charisma subterfuge.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Okay, I've got four successes. Does only says, well, Mordecai. Lady in a top hat who runs a circus, my friend. The Anarchs. I ain't got no ill will against them. Hell, I'm a bruiser, I can empathise, but they made a mistake coming to this city. They should have gotten out while they could. You dig?
I do.
The prince wanted to make an example was made. He told me to do something, I did it. I bore no ill will against Mordecai or a circus, but it's the way of the world. Sometimes we've got to step on people who we might not entirely want to step on.
This would be my words, my sheriff. And if I might add, when we see Mordecai at the first time, at the circus, she looks like she cares about her friends in the circus, and I just think that would Mordecai would do something for Ghost if Ghost wasn't problem. We don't know the answer. We will never know, maybe, but we can always think no as an answer and think like that, so we don't do unrational things. If you understand what I mean. This is what
Well,
I have told Ghost.
Well, Ghost never wants to be irrational. Her temper gets the better of her, and she hits people hard. I expect I'll get some of that later.
He nods. With your permission, I have to go to find Ten Welty's family in the New York.
Sorry, pardon me?
He said that he wants to leave if you allow him to.
Oh. Yeah, please, Mr. Budge, head out. But, I'll say this. Your offer of help is appreciated. It doesn't go unnoted by the Camarilla. And I appreciate it. Not many people just come up and ask, not many people just take it upon themselves to come and ask the sheriff if you need shit done. It's that kind of proactive attitude that we need in this city. You feel me?
Oh, I do, and he nods. Thank you, Sheriff.
Okay, I'd like to roll a perception empathy on him, if that's okay.
Yeah.
I want to know how he feels about the sheriff.
1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say like this. When you said that we need more like this attitude, he also remembered what you said about those people who left. So he actually, he understands that we kind of start to respect each other, and he's it's not like we are best friends in the world because of the past, but we are he thinks that we are starting to like each other.
Limey looks him up and down, smiles, and extends a hand. Good evening, Mr. Budge.
He holds the hand, you feel the warmth of the hand, and he says, "Good evening, my dear sheriff."
He walks forward and opens the door, which you now notice has like a big ass lock on it. It's like got a couple of locks. They're sort of welded in there, they're keys, but there's one big long chain. It looks like this place is built for lockdown if it gets too hot. And he opens the door and extends an arm to show you out.
Yeah, he goes out and he leaves the bar.
Limey sits down in the lounge, shuts the door and bolts it, and puffs idly on his cigar. Before pulling out a phone that isn't his and beginning to file through the contacts. Fade to black. Thank you very much to Amachan for playing, and in UST duties and stuff. People for watching. That was a bit of a rubbish thank you, wasn't it? Cheers, Amachan.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Good night.